And there are two more aspects that I want to mention, like even adding them to the field. And that is that if I am, let's say I'm working as a coach, but it doesn't need to be that way. It can also be, I'm just the best friend. I'm just listening to somebody going through a crisis and really struggling for an own breakthrough and an own up-leveling of the life circumstances. And I am afraid of my anger. Then I am kind of energetically intolerant to bold moves. So that's also, then I'm the small talk party. Then I'm this smile and this, oh yeah, poor you, etc. So it makes everything smaller and slower and a bit more polite and conditioned in every aspect of my life. And that in itself is a space of allowance and non-allowance that I bring into any contact that I have. So just me knowing how I sound when I'm screaming is a very important information in my nervous system, because then maybe my best friend said, know what? I decided today in the morning that I will get the divorce and is super happy, etc. And I'm not shrinking just because it's a bold move, but I'm then, okay, breathing and going with this energy and embodying this energy. Being tolerant for the flow of anger through your whole nervous system means being tolerant for life force itself. And with any other emotion, it's a little bit more indirect. It's a bit more, yeah, my heart opens and now I express my truth. And when we look into the world of mammals, of animals, how they deal with anger, they use the frequency of anger in order to defend their territory. And that's the second aspect that I want to mention when it comes to anger. Being in touch with your own anger means being in touch with your own self-love. It means exactly that. And there is no better thing that teaches you how to be resilient than self-love. That you deserve a life that is resilient, that you deserve a life without constant emergency states, etc., and things that you have to fight with or to struggle with, because there is fight and flight when it comes to us bringing ourselves back to safety, and flight, which is fueled by fear, is me leaving my standing point. It's me leaving my territory. It's just me wanting to survive. I'm naked, it's cold, okay, it doesn't matter. I give everything up, I just leave. And anger is different. Anger is the same threat. And I decide, no, you are wrong. And here's my boundary. That's a red line. So there is a thing around, I am on my side. I'm not on the side of just survival, no matter what. I'm on the side of I'm resourceful. And you will step back. You won't win this fight. You won't win this situation. You go back. You are not right. This is not your right. So it's a very, very different message that I tell to my nervous system when I'm fighting. And fighting doesn't mean destroying something necessarily, not at all. It's really about allowing the blood vessels to be there, allowing my muscles to be present, allowing myself to be ready to go into full contact with the situation instead of fading away. So in other words, you being in full touch with your anger is you being in full embodiment. And there is no healthier state or no healthier state of frequency from where we can approach life and live life and explore life. So this is, to some extent, when I talk about it like this, I think I became trustworthy for myself for the very first time in my life when I tapped back into my anger. It was a process of, it wasn't such a long process of tapping back into my anger. I was consequent because I was desperate with my energy levels before. And I knew, okay, I will give it a try, a daily anger burn with this towel. And I did it for a few months. maybe 3 months, every day in the morning. And to me, it was an intense exercise in terms of, it was like really my sports workout in the morning. So I didn't do it for any longer than maybe 3 to 5 minutes, but every day. And even though I was, I think, a hard case in terms of suppressed anger, and I was really suffering from low energy levels for almost 2 decades in my life, even though I was this hard case, I could cure myself and I could boost my resilience, so to speak, by really being that disciplined with this anger sequence. So it's not that anybody would have not enough time. It's not that anybody would not have enough motivation maybe for that. And it's even when you do not suffer from suppressed anger, but from anger who is constantly like an outburst and everybody else is like, oh my God, please not again. Even then I would recommend it even more, because this outburst is also, it's not an expression of being in touch with your anger. It's another expression of not being in touch with your anger. So in both cases, from both poles of symptoms of being a son and a daughter of a wounded culture, we can come back to this healthy, instinctive frequency of anger, and both poles of symptoms will be healed within us just automatically. They will be resolved. Yay! Thank you so much for being into full aliveness, no matter what. This truly means a lot to me. I have dedicated my whole work for over a decade to this topic. How do we become fully alive? And I have put everything that I found together in the so-called online pool, and you will find the link in the description below, and you are super welcome to check it out.